you're quoting, what is the breakup? We haven't still got an answer on that. So what they have done very cleverly is they have pegged the cost of water lower than the cost of sanitation. Because informally when we asked them, they said 2/3 is for sanitation, 1/3 is for water. Now it's an artificial division. You consume water, you generate sewage, so you can't separate the two and say one is this much, one is that much. But to make the PPP contracts attractive and viable, they have divided this into two. Therefore, all the previous calculations we were showing, they appear closer to the NOR of the private operator. Because what has happened is sewage is still not given out. So the private operator is only entitled for water, and DJP is the utility is managing the sewage. So actually the utility has taken all the liability on itself and given all the profitable low-cost fruit to the private operator. So that is what is going on here. See, this is a kind of, again this is I have cut from one of the contract. O&M cost obligation for Mehrauli project. It says at various places you will, this is not a 24/7, it's a management fee contract. So it says this will be contractor's fee, this will be variable operating fee, this will be management fee. So these three terms you will see at various places. So here again, it's all very camouflaged. You can't say that this is the rate, and therefore we found it very difficult to compare the cost of service provision now versus the cost of service provision under the private regime. So therefore, that's why in this previous slide when we showed this cost calculation, we said for Mehrauli, the document says 4 rupees 11 paisa kiloliter as variable fee plus management fee. So it puts it like this. Now, the Delhi Jal Board is supplying, if you see the last column, 8 rupees, 95 rupees per kiloliter. This may looks very attractive, yeah, this is actually less than the Delhi cost. But it is not, because they have kept that component separately, and we look at the contract document, it is signed for about 200 crores. So we are assuming that the original project was saying 32 crores was the capital investment, 170 crores is the management fee. Now, we also don't know, but this is the kind of information we are dealing with. So, coming to the last slide of other enabling factors, public funding, as we've shown, is 70% of the capital investment. Protection from revenue generation obligation. The private operator doesn't have to go and face the angry consumers when they come up with their huge bills and start, protesting. Government has done a good public relation exercise on behalf of the operators. It has held citizen consultation. It has tried to tell us, when we went, they said the lead company is an Indian company. It is all a special purpose vehicle registered in India for the project, with a majority stakeholder being either Suez or Veolia. But it is an Indian company, and we were surprised why they were putting so much emphasis till we saw the contracts. We said, okay, it doesn't matter which company it is, we are not on that basis objecting. Earlier, World Bank was in the forefront in 2004-05, and there was a lot of protest. Now they have put Planning Commission of India. So Planning Commission has actually done a lot of PR work for these projects. There is an attractive private PPP arrangement. And the timing also, if you look at it, is with the tariff increase, the water policy, which for the first time mentioned water as an economic good. Also the sanitation policy I just saw here. And a large public funding under the national government's Jawaharlal Nehru Urban Renewal Mission. So that's all. Thank you.
Thank you, Depinder. What questions do we have on this fantastic talk? Jen?
I appreciate your presentation. I'm always interested in privatization experiences. And I should say that I used to be very opposed to the thought of privatization. I think that water being as important as it is, it's better to have it be a public utility. I've sort of changed my perspective over the last year or so, particularly looking at Veolia's entry into the United States market and a few projects they've done, even in our region, that look like they're really, really successful and really fair. And I have to say, listening to this presentation, my sense is that the DJB was just not well represented. I mean, that they, you know, that somebody needs to be on their side, and I guess that's sort of your group's role, is to point out